what does it mean to get efficient with your wealth? My name is Monica Felton, and I'm a certified financial planner, and I show families how to get efficient with every dollar that runs through their fingertips. Let me show you what I mean. This picture right here represents a family's personal economic model, and I do like to talk in pictures. So this picture looks like plumbing. You can see the tanks, etc. And the reason we make it look like plumbing is because money and water have very similar characteristics. Water will always seek the path of least resistance. So if there's a crack in your plumbing system, water will find it and leak out. And your money is exactly the same. If there's a crack in your financial situation, your money is going to find it and it's going to leak out. Well, our personal economic model is driven by income, right? Everything pretty much is driven by your income. It comes into this big, huge tank here. And the reason the tank is so big is because it represents all the money that's going to flow through your fingertips over your lifetime. So it comes in down through this pipe right here. And the first thing it's going to run into is the tax filter, right? Uncle Sam wants their fair share more than their fair share of your money. So any dollar that is not saved is gone, never to be seen again. But let's say you are a good saver, that would require effort. And that's why we push up our personal economic model into future savings. Now, there's two places that you can save money. The first is risk. And what that means is you have a higher potential to earn a rate of return, but you can also lose it. And safe. Safe money means it's liquid, guaranteed. There's no concern of losing it. So over your lifetime, as you're filling these buckets, right, your risk will go up and down. Your savings should continue to go down. So over your working years, my goal for every one of my clients is that we fill these two tanks all the way to the brim. So when you stop working or your income is significantly reduced, right, we can turn on these valves and you can begin or continue to live the lifestyle that you've been accustomed to from your nest egg. So that's really everyone's financial goal. So let's talk about what does it mean to get efficient with your wealth. So let's go back here to lifetime capital potential. So what does that mean? This is all the money that's going to run through your fingertips. So let's say you're 40 years old. You're going to stop working at 65 and you have about $150,000 of current income. Your income rate's going to grow at 3% and you have about $100,000 in future savings right now. We're also going to give you a 5% net rate of return. So what does this mean? If indeed you were doing this, you would have about $5.5 million run through your fingertips over the next 25 years, with a wealth potential of almost $10.5 million. That's a lot of money. But let's talk about how a typical American family is going to spend their income over those next 25 years. So we talked about it, taxes, right? We pay a lot of taxes. Let's say, well, I can show you that the typical household is going to pay 40% in taxes. That's federal tax, state tax, gas tax, travel tax, Social Security tax, Medicare tax. We get taxed to death. And if you're in the higher income tax brackets over $350,000, this number looks more like 45%. So just after paying taxes, right, that $10.5 million that I could have saved goes down to 6.4. Almost half is washed right off the top. Now, let's talk about debt service. We like to own houses and cars, and we put things on credit cards. So the typical debt service is about 20%. Now, all of a sudden, my savings are down to 4.4 million. Well, here's what I know. All of my families, they work to live. So in your lifestyle bucket is your vacations, is the dinners you go out to, helping your kids pay for their college education. And really that represents about 35 cents of every dollar you make. So if I apply that over the next 25 years, this family who had the potential for $10.5 million is only going to be able to save $847,000. So what I do is show families how to get more efficient. What if I could show you how to pay a little bit less in taxes and we could reduce that number to 38%? Well, now I just added $250,000 with no risk whatsoever. This is called efficiencies. Let's say I taught you a different way to finance all the things in your life, cars, vacations, etc. And we could drop that number by 5%. Now I've just added another $500,000. And lastly, this is my big focus. What if I could show you how to pay for things in a different way? A college education today, a 4-year state school college education costs $125,000. What if I could show you how to do that differently? So now your lifestyle expense is only 30%. Well, now, instead of having $800,000 of savings by age 65, you could have 2 million. This is what I'm talking about, getting more efficient. If you would like to learn strategies on how to get more efficient with the money that flows through your fingertips, I'd love the opportunity to chat with you. Have a great day.